Around 200 people gathered in Paris on Friday in solidarity with the Jewish community after a synagogue in Rouen was attacked. Around 200 people gathered Friday evening at Place de la République in Paris to light candles for the start of Shabbat, following an attack on a synagogue in Rouen. Paris Mayor Hidalgo attended the gathering and spoke of the importance of protecting holy places.
On ne touchera pas le cheveu d'un juif, on ne touchera pas les synagogues, on ne touchera pas non plus les autres lieux de culte, qu'il s'agisse de mosquées, d'églises, de temples, on ne touchera pas à cela. Parce que ça, c'est notre liberté, ça, c'est notre joie de vivre dans la diversité, dans cette diversité et dans cette tolérance qui est et qui fait l'ADN de cette ville.
The attacker, an Algerian man, had tried to burn down the synagogue but was shot dead by French police. Anti-Semitic attacks have increased massively since Israel invaded Gaza. In the first 3 months of this year, attacks have gone up 300% compared to last year.
France has sent around 1,000 more soldiers to New Caledonia, its overseas territory in the Pacific Ocean. Violence broke out there after Paris proposed a law giving immigrants who'd lived there for 10 years voting rights. 5 people, including 2 police officers and 2 members of the indigenous Kanak community, have been killed there. And over 200 people have been arrested after clashes with police, arson and looting. For decades, the Kanak have pressed for independence, whilst the descendants of French colonists want the islands to remain part of France.
The Israeli army found the body of 3 Israeli hostages in Gaza. One of the victims is Shani Luke, a German-Israeli artist abducted by Hamas on October 7 at the Tribe of Nova Music Festival. The 3 hostages were reportedly killed after being brought to Gaza, an Israeli army spokesman said.
We will leave no stone unturned. We will do everything in our power to find our hostages and bring them home. We will not rest until we do.
In southern Gaza, Israel is also continuing its offensive on Rafah, which it considers a Hamas stronghold. Meanwhile, the first delivery of aid in Gaza via the U.S.-built temporary port was conducted. The shipment is the first in an operation that could reach 150 loads per day, according to the U.S. military. A welcome but insufficient solution, according to the United Nations.
Political violence appears to be on the rise in Europe. Wednesday's attack on Slovakia's Prime Minister was an extreme example of it. For several years now, however, a number of member states have noted an increase in acts of violence and in their degree of seriousness. European Policy Centre researchers say the general political climate and the upcoming European elections are in part responsible for the trend.
C'est vrai que d'une part, on voit dans les résultats électoraux une montée des extrêmes, des forces radicales, à droite comme à gauche, avec un langage politique de plus en plus désinhibé dans la violence verbale, dans les attaques ad hominem, également dans le débat politique. Et puis une radicalisation, une polarisation de la société et une difficulté à débattre avec les adversaires politiques qui deviennent des ennemis bien souvent.
German federal police figures show 22 people have been attacked in the country since the start of the year, including Social Democrat MEP Matthias Ecker. Physical or verbal violence against elected representatives has almost doubled there in the past 5 years. 2,790 incidents were recorded last year. In France, the Ministry of the Interior recorded 2,265 complaints or reports in 2022, an increase of 32% compared to 2021. The trend continued in 2023, with some 2,380 attacks reported in the first 3 quarters of the year.
Fondamentalement, il y a aussi les conditions sociales dans lesquelles cette atmosphère progresse. pourquoi beaucoup de citoyens ou beaucoup de personnes sont sensibles à la désinformation ou en tout cas aux théories du complot, par exemple. C'est parce qu'elles n'ont plus confiance dans les autorités. Pourquoi n'ont-elles plus confiance dans les autorités? Ça, c'est une question très complexe. Il y a le sentiment de vulnérabilité, il y a le fait qu'elles ne se sentent pas considérées par les autorités. Ça peut être leur situation économique personnelle, ça peut être leur situation personnelle sur des choses beaucoup plus intimes, mais qui se traduisent par une défiance envers le genre humain et les autorités.
He says the fear of becoming the target of a violent act may discourage citizens from getting involved in politics or standing for re-election.